Well, welcome to the Latin Quarter.
Thank you, thank you.
Cool little area in Paris. We're at a restaurant called Topo. It's one of my friends owns a place.
Because of course it's one of your friends' places.
I know a couple people.
A couple?
A couple people.
Okay.
It's a friend of mine.
Yep.
Met her from Tariq Abdul-Wahad, former French basketball player, played at San Jose State. And so he introduced me to her like 20 years ago. Her name's Ella D, so I got to see her the other day. And she's like, come to my restaurant, and we're back here now.
You're like, actually, we will come to your restaurant.
Shout out San Jose State.
Yeah, you know. But
great salads.
Oh yeah, she got a
Watermelon
watermelon
and feta.
cantaloupe salad.
That's
And,
delicious.
Play with the grass. Nah.
you know, somebody might have had a drink earlier.
What?
You don't say.
On this set? Really?
You don't
Yeah.
say.
But I was at USA basketball last night.
Yeah.
It was incredible. I've been covering NBA 25 years, my second Olympics. Done a lot of USA basketball. I've been debating on if that's the greatest game that I've ever seen.
Well, it was the most stressful from a viewership perspective, not there.
Yeah.
So, Mark, I didn't even know how it was there. Because
Right.
ain't no way. Ain't no way.
It was like they were playing like their mama's lives depended on it,
Yeah.
man.
I
Like,
mean, kind of did.
they
Mama's
they know that back in the States,
Yeah.
they'd have got destroyed
Right.
for losing.
1,000%.
Right.
But shout out to Serbia, Joker, Bogdanovic.
Yeah.
They came ready to play. They were shooting the lights out, and you got to remember it's a 40-minute game.
Yeah.
It's not like the NBA where like 48 minutes can a lot of times cure some ills and you can come back. They really had to fight. They were down 13 late. But to come back, like seeing LeBron guard Joker in the fourth quarter, seeing Steph defend like I've never seen him defend before. Hit
Never
big
seen
shots.
it defend. Never seen it defend like
Durant
that.
guarding
Yeah.
like off of pick and rolls and
Yeah.
everything. I'm like, wow. Like,
See, people thought that they were going to come in here and just dominate just because of the, the
I
names
did.
and talent.
He
We
did.
all did. Like,
I did.
you
In
know?
fact, if I was here, go ahead. I'm sorry.
But like the parody though, the
Yeah.
parody, well, I don't even know if it's a parody, but it's just the Olympic play, people rise to the occasion.
Well, you know, and that's such a great point because I keep thinking, you've seen it's just a whole Olympic thing. We've seen so many great Olympic performances, and we use that kind of term a lot of times, like an Olympic performance or Olympian, and you've just seen it here. You've seen it with Team USA, you know, going to the well. We've seen it on the track. I was at the track. You know, we've seen. I mean,
guy in the 400.
yeah. I mean, it was
brought
just
from somewhere.
Yeah, and then you got today a young brother, Quincy Wilson,
Yeah,
16 years old,
yeah.
ran. So you just look at how deep Team USA is from just, you know, a 16-year-old. You know, Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone. She's only 20. She just turned 25 2 days
Do you
ago.
remember one of the, I don't know if it was a world championship or an Olympic, that she skipped prom, so it had to be a world championship. She skipped prom to go to, and won.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, but Kerr also said yesterday that he said ultimately their talent won the game.
Yeah.
They just had too much talent, but that was certainly a scare.
No, I was literally like this
Yeah.
for the first, I mean, until the last like 1 minute and 30 seconds. Then I was like, Ariel, you got this. You can sit up and watch this. And thank God they didn't let me down because I would have been crying. I would have been upset, okay?
You had to go away for a
integrity,
minute?
like, no, I had to step away, just like your sister in the basketball game in high school.
Yeah.
I had to walk away. I
Yeah,
couldn't do
yeah,
it.
yeah.
I can't do it.
Yeah, I loved it. You know, of course, in full disclosure, so I've got this wager with my brother here, and
Friendly wager.
not wager as in, you know,
Bottle of wine.
No, bottle of wine or dinner. That I didn't think the United States would win by any less than 10 points,
Awesome.
and that was a bit any less than 10. So there was a certain point in the game. Because I was like kind of stunned, and everybody was like crowding around.
He was too
I started
stunned
cheering
to
for the
speak.
points. I started pulling for the points. Yeah, but then they were just lucky to escape. You know, another thing, man.
I texted
Joker.
you too.
Yeah,
'cause
no,
he
he
was
did.
talking trash to me. He
course he
texted me.
was.
and this
Well,
and
no,
that.
but tell,
that.
you also text me at intermission, right? That they were down.
I'll let you know.
Yeah.
I'll let you know.
Yeah, but I think Kerr is correct. I mean, the United States still goes 12 deep, and a guy like Jason Tatum didn't get off the bench.
Yeah.
I mean, so even if push
Tyrese
comes to shove,
Halliburton as well.
you could pull out 6 more guys, you know, and go deep. And I think that's the thing.
They went with the OGs though late.
Yeah. Who's on the floor at the very end?
It's Curry,
Steph,
Embiid,
Yeah.
Steph, Durant, LeBron.
That's right. When in doubt.
Yeah.
When in
Get your monsters.
when in doubt, I'm going with these guys.
Yeah.
And they all came through. Durant came through with a big shot. And I was really happy for Curry.
Yeah.
And he was just so enthusiastic.
Yeah.
You know, because it's
Well,
first
he started
time
off
here.
hot.
Yeah.
If he didn't start off hot, it could have been a lot more challenging.
And somebody, he remember down the stretch, he lost the ball.
Yeah.
And one of the guys made the mistake. One of the guys in Serbia made the mistake of kind of like talking a little trash or something.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I said, man, please don't do that.
Yeah.
And then remember he hit the 1-3 where he did his Steph thing where he shot and then turned toward the bench. That was sort of a signature game.
Yeah. Anthony Edwards walked off the floor and said, "We walked them down the hill. We walked them down the hill." But, hey, you know, I got to give a shout out to France, too.
Yeah.
France was awful. I like benching Gobert, Fournier and the coach are getting into it. So Team France upset Canada, laden with NBA stars, right? SGA, Jamal Murray. They beat them. Then they beat Germany, who won the World Cup last year. And they had been playing great up until that point and beaten France already. So now you have this remarkable USA versus France final, where I still think the USA is a big favorite, but they're playing in the Terror Dome on Saturday night. Like Steph Curry told me that every player is going to have to dig deep and kind of go back to where it was the toughest place to play for them. Like Steph said, it was Boston when they beat the Celtics. Maybe for LeBron, it was when Cleveland won in Oracle to knock off the Warriors. But bring that mentality to this game, because that crowd is certainly going to be pro-France. They're going to be rooting against the USA, and they got chants, they got drums. They're singing that song, na 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 na. Like, I didn't know that song until this year, but that's the song now. That's like the Euro dance hit. So Saturday night, Thierry Henry told me he's going to be there. Tony Parker's going to be there. France is going to be in the house.
It could very well be a USA-France finals, too, on the women's side. And the first thing that Diana Taurasi said when she came here, she said, everybody's talking about all these other teams, but the one thing that we have not talked about is how hard it will be to play France in France. They have Gabby Williams, Maureen Johannes, like they have WNBA representation too, and so I can't wait to see that on that side if that were to play out for the women's team.
Do you see the women getting pushed like the men were pushed?
No, you know what's funny is when I went to the USA-Nigeria game, I was hoping that Nigeria was going to give the USA a run for their money, at least, you know, the Cinderella story that we love, Rena, she's from the 919 with me, but no, the USA just looks so strong. They're so
it's a good
fluid.
story, though.
Like you can play the whole bench and it will still be great. But it's the dynasty that keeps on giving. And so I wouldn't bet against USA women in any capacity. It's not even close. But I wonder how the other teams will go because they have nothing to lose.
And if they win out, they win the gold medal. That's 61 straight.
61 straight.
It's amazing.
61
Because
straight.
they're 59-0 right now.
Yeah.
It's 61 straight.
And that's
I've lost since 92.
Which is really amazing. There's a Caitlin Clark or no Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese or no Angel Reese. I mean, this is just such
They didn't need them.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably another thing, whether they need them. I mean, clearly they did not need them.
I don't even think this needs to be a discussion today. I think that it's been really cool to see Jackie Young work her way back up into the starting lineup.
Yeah.
She played 3x3 last Olympics. Now she's starting for the 5-on-5. That's cool. Diana coming off the bench, being able to still shoot with that back of hers. You know what I mean? Like, so it's really cool to watch players come into their own and like not shy away from physicality. I know everybody was talking about that play with Alyssa Thomas throwing the Nigerian player to the ground, but I just like the fact that they're playing.
She throw everybody to the ground.
I know, but I like that they're playing so physical, right? Like
that's what she do.
You want the grittiness to show, like, hey, we're USA, we're the superpower of the world in basketball, and that's the precedent you have to set. I mean, maybe not sling people to the ground, but like that's the precedent we want to set.
At the end of the game.
Yeah, that's
okay, all right.
I
Not good for. I'm not gonna go down that road.
We ain't got to do the Charles Barkley stuff that he was doing.
Just no
Cause from North Philly.
No insults, you know.
Yeah.
But you know, kind of switching gears a little bit. So, I've been looking forward to breaking. You know, I've been kind of following the breakers.
Did you see a break dancer?
thing.
Could you tell? Yeah. No, man.
Honestly, if you told me, I would have believed it.
But when I,
Yeah. You want originals.
I would have believed
OGs.
it.
but when I
He
first
started it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look, originate.
You want me to do it right now? A little demonstration?
Oh, he's been waiting
No,
his whole
I
life.
don't.
Look at this, look
Where's
at
the
this, look at this.
cardboard?
I actually don't. I don't want you to try.
No, man. That was,
Yeah.
But when I first got to New York, that was my frame of reference was you'd be in the subway, there'd be the brothers and sisters on the with the cardboard spinning around, and nobody ever thought, I'm sure, that fast forward 40-something years, it would be an Olympic competition.
Yeah,
and
I definitely did. I didn't think that 5 years ago.
Yeah, and so.
I wonder whose idea it was.
Well, it was.
It was France's idea, right? It wasn't us.
No, it was actually ballroom dancing they've been trying to get into this for a long time, but also it's part of the IOC's.
Did Marquis come out and say something several years ago or something, you know what I mean?
But also
Jay-Z.
it's part of the IOC trying to get younger. That's why you've got breaking in, you've got skateboarding, the climbing. They're trying to get young people in.
Yeah.
But the reason I brought
And you
that
know what?
up,
It's all at a skateboarding, breaking, trying to figure out what else.
well, there's mountains, there's a climbing.
Yeah,
there's a
they're
climbing
all
thing.
in one area.
Right.
3x3 was in it too.
Yeah,
Concord.
like kind of like a younger, kind of
It was
cooler
fun.
sports
Yeah.
area.
I look out
Where
for
they used to
life.
behead people.
There's graffiti
Oh,
all over
really?
the walls
Yeah,
and
that's where they
everything.
used to behead people. At the Concord. Marie Antoinette.
That got dark.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's just. I mean, what it was ain't not. But go ahead. But that's just. They used to.
I'm
behead.
just stuck on beheading. I was just.
Guillotine.
It was a great graffiti situation. There was like a
Yeah.
little party in the middle.
Yeah.
I have fun over there.
Yeah, but the point I'm trying to make though, we talk about the USA and pressure. A few of the break dancers, the USA break dancers, are making that point.
Yeah.
That they're feeling some pressure too, because although break dance now become global, the USA kind of invented this, and so they're kind of feeling,
So
man, how
sports
can
like breaking and surfing and skateboarding, it's been a ongoing debate. Should they commercialize it versus should they
Right.
keep it underground like they used to want
Right.
to? So yay for the celebration of the recognition of like how the sports are getting like. Breaking is now mainstream. People know what it is. People are going to be paying attention. But like, can they keep the underground vibe of it? Can they keep the grittiness of it? Like,
Yeah.
I'm wondering how the athletes feel individually about that.
That's a great point, because a lot of the older breakers are not into this. First of all, we're not a sport. We're an art. And
It's an ongoing debate about.
and a couple people brought us. Well, we can be an art and a sport.
It's true.
Because remember,
Dance is-
breaking is very competitive. It's
Competitive
been
and
competitive.
athletic.
Yeah, and it's been athletic. But I guess to your point, and that's such a great point, is do you lose something with something that has been so underground and authentic? Suddenly becomes commercialized.
Yeah.
Like I'm thinking, although clearly I'm not an expert in breakdancing, I do follow appropriation. Whether it's been the blues or jazz or a lot of stuff that particularly African Americans done, and then the next thing you know, it's no longer yours. You've kind of been defined out of it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I want to also, before we head out of here, want to get y'all thoughts on Noah Lyles, who obviously had an amazing 100, won the 100, but ran the 200 with COVID.
With COVID.
And I don't know if everybody knew about it before, if the guys next to him knew about it before, and you talked to him.
I know, and
How did you feel about it?
negative, but I have been sick the past few days.
Yeah.
So that kind of freaked me out a little bit.
Yeah.
Nah,
I mean, hey, if you ain't got it now, you ain't gonna get it because you've been around me the past few days too.
You right.
But no, I think
Sitting
that-
right next to you.
Is it right next to me? It's a little dangerous, but here's the thing. You know me. I'm gonna see the athlete side too. Like, I understand the desire to compete.
Yeah.
There's also a recklessness of competing, knowing that you have COVID.
Right.
Noah, he loves to be the best. He loves his sport. He loves
Right.
performing on the biggest stage.
Right.
And this was his opportunity to perform on the big stage. Now, where it gets dangerous is the decisions he made to expose people to COVID that he was aware of
Right.
could put them in, they could jeopardize them from their performances
Right.
the rest of the weekend. I thought that it was selfish, but I do understand the passion for the game, the passion to want to wear USA across your chest and finish. And I'm careful about applauding still medaling with COVID because I tread lightly on the grind through it mentality,
Right.
but I understand where it came from, where his desire was to compete. I understand the dangers of competing.
But to be fair, there have been a few other athletes here who have had COVID and
yeah.
competed because the protocols have changed. Back in Tokyo and before that, they would not compete.
Yep.
They would not, but the protocols now allow you to compete.
Yeah.
So it's not like, but I think the first instinct is, damn, brother. I mean, you know, if I've been around you, because I was thinking, who did he hug? You know, so
Everybody.
yeah. So
Well, I was told when he did his
He included-
interview afterwards, he was certainly masked and distanced from the media, but if I was one of the competitors not knowing, probably would
it's
probably
a
feel
little,
a certain type of way about it. But apparently, number 1 and 2 were okay, didn't have a problem with it. So
yeah. But you're right, though. That's the first instinct is damn. But just know that he's not the only one. There were a few other athletes who did it and all that.
But before we go, Sydney McLaughlin and her
shout out.
resetting
Shout
her
out.
world records. She keeps just getting better and better and better, and it looks like she's cruising. She has so much power that it looks like she's literally jogging it. She's not, obviously. Her explosiveness is crazy.
Yeah.
Her athletic ability is crazy, and she says that the way she's able to speed up is she takes a beat to pause and then slow down. So ironically, her slowing down her life is translating well to speeding up on the track. So shout out to her, and shout out to Tara, long jumper.
Yeah.
Cutest moment ever where Hunter was crying, her husband, because she knew she secured the gold. Great journey.
Yeah.
and what about my man from Kansas City? What's his name? 400.
Quincy Hall.
Oh, Quincy. Oh,
Man,
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah,
where
yeah,
he
yeah,
brought
yeah.
that from.
Well, we talked to him earlier.
He
Oh,
was
yeah,
he
yeah,
was
yeah.
what they say, he was running.
Yeah.
He was running,
He was
but
running like he had a dog chasing after him.
you know, he has a lot of animals, horses included. So I got to know Quincy earlier. Country boy, he felt like home. I was like, oh, look at you. He said he has a daughter. He tells her to never quit, so he couldn't quit on himself. And what he says to himself on the track is, just get home, boy, just get home.
He got
And
home.
I said, you got home and you got gold.
He
You
was,
going home
that
with a
face
gold.
he made.
And it's so cute because he just wanted to go back home to his horses and the rest of his animals. He fishes too, Mark.
Okay.
I should go out on the boat.
I'll go
He'll
with
be
him.
on your competitive fishing team.
Right.
let's
When
do
fishing
it.
becomes part of the
That'd be
Olympics.
great for y'all.
Just don't make that face when he fishes.
Yeah.
Yeah.